everyone, Tina here. I hope your day's going wonderful. I'm so glad you're joining me for another 5 easy step card making tutorial. Today we are using some items from Simon Says Stamp. This is part of their Heart to Heart release, and we're going to make a floral card today. I'm using the Simon Says Stamp Make My Heart Flutter stamp set. There's 3 images in here, 2 butterflies and then this larger floral. A lot of greetings in here. I do have a coordinating die set that we'll be using to cut out our greeting and the floral image. I'm also going to be using the Simon Says Stamp Stitched Rounded Hearts die set. This is a double stitch die set, so you can actually use the negative frame portion or the positive piece. And then for my background, we're going to be using a embossing folder. This is called the Cedar Sprigs embossing folder. So we're going to go ahead and jump in and get started. We're going to do a little bit of Copic coloring. And before we do that, I do want to mention I'm so sorry if I sound a little bit nasally. We have a flu bug going around our home, and so I was pumping myself with vitamin C and vitamins, and it caught up with me. So I'm so sorry for the scratchy throat and if I sound a little bit nasally. I'm on the road to recovery. I did take a couple days of rest, so so no worries there. I'm feeling better today, so that's why I'm here making a card with you guys. So let's jump in with step number 1 and do a little bit of stamping. We're going to stamp the large floral image and then the butterfly here. I think this is really pretty. It looks like a sunflower, and it very well probably is a sunflower, but I'm going to turn this into a daisy, like a Gerber daisy. So we're going to use some pink on this flower. Just to make the video a little bit quicker, I will play some music while I do my stamping, and then and my coloring too. I'll keep it in. If you guys want to skip it, I have timestamps, so you could skip over the coloring if you're not into it. Nothing fancy about the coloring, I promise. But so I'll play some music while I color and speed it up really fast. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the coordinating dies and we will cut out our image. Now my images are die cut out. I am going to flip them over and put some foam adhesive behind them for a little dimension. This is such a big piece. If you wanted to use pop-up foam, you could use pop-up foam also. Okay. And that is our focal image. We're going to move along to step number 2 and create our home panel. For my home panel, this is where our rounded hearts, our stitched rounded hearts comes in. We're going to do some die cutting. I'm going to layer 3 of these together. The largest you could actually probably make a card base out of, which is pretty neat. But I'm going to take the second from the largest And I'm going to die cut out some pale purple cardstock. Okay, and then this is Spellbinder Fairy Tale, real light purple. And then I'm going to take another color and we're going to cut out some purpley pink cardstock. This is Spellbinder's Orchid cardstock. Okay, and then with the largest, I'm going to cut out a piece of vellum. So we have 3 hearts we're going to layer. Now we're going to do a little bit of different layering. I'm going to add some glue behind this heart. Lovely. Now you would think, you know what I'm doing with this one, would put it behind, but I want to soften this a little bit. So I'm actually going to put it over the top. Okay, I'm just going to use a little bit of glue here because this is where my floral will be. And I'm going to layer it here. This is just going to give it a really nice, soft, airy look if I put it on the top. And that's all I'm doing for my home panel. Let's move along to step number 3 and create our greeting. Bringing back the stamp set. I'm going to stamp a greeting that says, "Hey friend, sending lots of love." So we're going to stamp both of these on some white cardstock. We'll just pick these up. Wonderful. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the coordinating dies and we will cut out both of our greetings, and I'll run these through my die cut machine, and then I'm also going to die cut that, use the dies and cut out a piece of foam too. I'll do that and I'll be right back. I put glue behind here and now all we have to do is layer it over the foam. If you don't have foam, you can just stack a couple pieces of white cardstock that are die cut out. For a little dimension. And that's all there is to my greeting. I'm going to put this with my focal image, and then now we're going to move along to step number 4 and create our background. That's where our embossing folder comes in. This is the Cedar Sprigs. I think this goes really well with the florals because let me show you if you can see the picture here. I think this just matches really nicely with the leaves. I layered an A2 panel of white cardstock in my embossing folder. I'm going to run this through my die cut machine. And there we go. I think this is great for the holidays, but it's also great for florals. I'm just going to add some glue behind here, and we're going to glue this down to the front of our card base. Today I'm using a side fold card base because we're going to be adding some twine for our next step. So side folding, it just makes it easier. So let me know down in the comments, do you guys prefer a top folding card base like this one, or do you prefer making the side foldings? Or do you purchase pre-folded card bases? I'd love to hear. Let me know downstairs in the comments. Okay, that's all I'm doing for my background. Now we can go ahead and add the rest of our elements. So let's add step 1 through step 3. First, we're going to add our heart. You can see how soft that looks. I'm not going to pop it up. I'm just going to add it directly to my card base. And I'm just going to use my glue. And I'm thinking if I go this way, I can really get a lot of the heart in here. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. I do have this little section overhanging, so I'm going to trim that off. Now, before we add the rest of them, we're going to move along to step number 5. First off, we're going to bring in some black and white baker's twine. And I'm going to wrap it around about 1 inch from the left a couple of times. And then I'm going to tie a bow. I'm not sure where I want the bow to go, but right now it's just above the vellum here. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and remove the release paper off of our floral. And we can add this. I'm going to go ahead and add it at an angle right over that heart area. And I think my bow is just in the perfect spot. Now we're going to go ahead and add our greeting while we're here. And then lastly, we're also going to bring in a little sparkle. We're using the Ballet slipper embellishments. These are really pretty. These are new too, part of the release. And we're going to add just a few here. I put a couple over here in this corner too. I'm going to do one more thing too. I'm going to bring in my diamond stickles, and I'm going to add it to the center of my flower and also to the butterfly body. And that's all there is to my card today. I think it turned out really pretty. Very subtle. That's what the inside looks like. And speaking of the inside, I didn't use this extra butterfly, so I'm just going to place this on the inside. I think there's a lot going on the outside, so sometimes just adding something simple like a butterfly on the inside works. That finishes off my card today in 5 easy steps. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end. I have 2 more videos that you guys might be interested here. If you guys are new and like the content that you see, click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way for future videos, be notified. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sure does help the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.